Hey everyone. So, have you ever stopped and wondered why you can't just pay like 10 cents for something online? It seems like it should be simple, right? Well, today we're going to dive deep into one of the web's oldest and most annoying problems, the tiny little transaction. And we're going to look at a hackathon project that decided to tackle this thing head on. But yeah, let's just start with that basic question.
No, really, think about it for a second. We can stream 4K video from a server halfway around the world, but paying a writer a dime for a great article, it's practically impossible. Why is that? This isn't just some minor inconvenience, it's a huge barrier that has literally shaped the entire business model of the internet as we know it.
And that barrier, well, that's what we're calling the 10-cent problem. And this isn't just a tech glitch, it's a deep-rooted economic hurdle. It's the reason we're all stuck with endless subscriptions for services we barely touch, and it's why so many websites are just plastered with ads. It impacts everything from cutting-edge AI services to how your favorite creators can make a living. Okay, so this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you see the grim reality for any business. If you try to pay them 10 cents, the standard fees, well, they add up to about 30 cents. The business literally loses money every single time. And the result for us, the users, is on the right. Annoying checkout forms, being pushed into subscriptions, or having to hit some minimum purchase amount. It's all just friction. So let's make this real. Take interview prep, for example. Right now, the market is all about these super expensive one-on-one sessions or pricey yearly subscriptions to video libraries. This is a direct consequence of that 10-cent problem. But then, look at that last row, Ainterview. They're proposing something totally different, 10 cents per interaction with an AI. But to make that work, they had to throw the old payment system out the window.
And that brings us to the hero of our story, Ainterview's brilliant solution, something they cooked up during a high-stakes hackathon. They didn't just build another app. They built a completely new way to pay for it, designed from the ground up to finally solve this micropayment puzzle.
And here's their pitch. It's so powerful because it's so simple. You get personalized AI interview practice whenever you want it for a price that used to be impossible. This is a direct shot at all those expensive, rigid models that we just saw. And make no mistake, this wasn't just some weekend project. They were in a serious competition, aiming for the top prizes in innovation, in API integration, and for the best use of the payment protocol itself. They were out to prove that their model wasn't just a clever idea, but that it was technically solid and ready to go.
So, what was their secret weapon? What's the magic that makes this whole 10-cent model actually possible? Well, it's a little known but incredibly powerful web standard that's basically been waiting in the wings for its moment to shine. It's called HTTP 402 Payment Required. Now, we've all seen a 404 not found error, right? Well, think of 402 as a native automated toll booth built right into the internet. Instead of getting a pop-up or a paywall page, the server can just directly tell your browser, hey, you need to pay a tiny amount to see this. It's a universal language for web native payments.
And this slide just nails the difference. The old way, it locks you in. You're making these big, recurring subscription payments for a bunch of stuff you might not even use. The new way, with the 402 protocol, is pure pay-as-you-go. You only pay for the exact thing you want, right at the moment you want it. It's a total shift.
Okay, so that's the big idea, but how does it actually work? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and see how Ainterview turns this concept into a super smooth experience for the user.
The whole journey is designed to be completely seamless. You start off with a few free interactions to try it out. Once you use those up, the system automatically sends that 402 payment required signal. A digital wallet just pops up asking you to approve the 10-cent transaction. You click once, and you're done. No forms, no credit card numbers, no signing up for a subscription. It's instant.
Now, behind the scenes, there's this really clever two-step system. First, there's a super quick check to make sure the payment request is legit. This happens off-chain, which just means it's fast and cheap. Only after that does it get sent to the secure Solana blockchain to be finalized, so you get the best of both worlds. It's incredibly fast and incredibly secure.
And what all this adds up to is a really impressive list of wins. They can accept different kinds of digital currency, they process payments in less than 3 seconds, and they've even built a system where AI agents can basically handle their own money. They've made the whole thing fast, robust, and super easy to use.
So look, this is way bigger than just one app for interview prep. Finally solving the 10-cent problem, this has the potential to fundamentally rewire the economics of the entire internet.
I mean, this slide says it all, doesn't it? The old way makes a 10-cent payment a money-losing deal because of the fees. But with this new protocol on a fast blockchain like Solana, that same transaction costs less than a tenth of a cent. It completely flips the economic model upside down, from unprofitable to highly profitable. Let that number just sink in for a second. A 97% reduction in payment processing costs. That is not just a small improvement. That's a total game changer. It makes thousands of new business models possible for the very first time.
And this is a little glimpse of what that new economy could look like. Imagine AI agents that can actually earn their own keep, one tiny transaction at a time. Or content creators who can finally charge a fraction of a cent for an article you read, instead of having to rely on ads. Services that just work anywhere in the world. No bank fees, no currency conversion nonsense. An internet funded directly by value, not by clicks and eyeballs.
So we're left with this big, exciting question. What happens when we can exchange value as easily and as frictionlessly as we exchange information? Ainterview's project is way more than just a cool hackathon entry. It's a real glimpse into a possible future. A future for a more direct, a more efficient, and a more user-funded web. What do you think that future looks like?